No American administration has done more for Israel's security than Barack Obama's. The Israeli Prime Minister himself has noted our, quote, unprecedented military intelligence cooperation.
Okay, no better friend Israel has had than President Obama's administration. Is that true? Former Bush 43 State Department official Paul Bonicelli is our next guest. What do you think of that comment, Paul?
I thought that was totally untrue, certainly after they allowed that resolution to go through and after Senator Kerry's speech today.
Okay, on the resolution that you're talking about at the UN, they let it go through by not exercising the veto power. Instead, the U.S. abstained from that. Secretary Kerry, in his speech today, said basically, hey, that was in our interest to do that. We don't want these settlements being built because they're, you know, to paraphrase what he was talking about, a situation that makes Israel less safe, hurts the interest of the United States. And you say what?
I say that they have it backwards, and they have for years. This is the first administration that has allowed a resolution to go through that says Jews living and working in the Old City and at the Temple Mount area are living illegally. That's what that resolution says. It's really devastating. But beyond that, you know, the biggest problem has always been the Obama administration and Secretary Kerry believe that the problem is Israeli settlements and not Palestinian violence. You can't have a peace agreement with people that do not live democratically, that do not live as individual democratic citizens in a country where they rule themselves, and that's not what Palestine is. So the problem here is the administration has decided to get back at Netanyahu and get back at Israel, really the Israeli voters who have kept Netanyahu in power, for not seeing the world the way they do.
Now, he tried to play both sides of that with critical comments, as I'm sure you heard, about Hamas and everything else, but you're saying that by bringing up the settlements, that's just not the right way to go. I mean, some have argued on their side of it that, hey, listen, if we have these in place, then we can never have that next conversation about a two-state solution, and we can just never get there.
Right, and somebody who prides himself on being such a great diplomat as Senator Kerry does should know that you do not require one side to give up all of their leverage before you have the negotiations, and that's what this administration has been trying to do. The settlements, in fact, Secretary Kerry has been wrong about the settlements as well. The population increase has not happened. That's only natural births in those areas. And Netanyahu has actually put a freeze on settlements for the last 10 months. Even Secretary Clinton celebrated him for that. It said he's done more than anybody could do. So the Obama administration knows that, but they know that they cannot get the Palestinians to operate as a peaceful society. But Israel can be browbeaten and threatened at the UN with boycotts and other things in order to make them give all the concessions. And then it's the same old Obama foreign policy. You just hope it'll all work out for the good once you've pressured the good guys to do what the bad guys want. That's Iran, that's Cuba.
Right. Just to be clear, from your point of view, could you explain how you would see, especially for people who aren't following this on a day-to-day basis or haven't been steeped in it for years, how a two-state solution, if that indeed is the goal that you think is the end game in all of this, would come about with these settlements still being in place? How would that happen?
A couple of ways. And the two-state solution was always a big gamble. They always relied on the Palestinians to act like a democratic people who elected their rulers and didn't engage in violence, and we haven't seen that. But a two-state solution would work with the settlements in that there are already designated Israeli settlements where the settlers themselves has said, we know we will give up these homes and we will move back into Israel proper once there is peace. There are also some settlers who say we will never leave these settlements no matter if there is a two-state solution. And the Israeli government has already moved some of those people out forcibly and returned them to Israel. So we know what the Israeli government will do if they have to, if they get peace first and then can have a negotiation. We also know what the Palestinian Arabs will do, which is be ruled by Hamas and be ruled by Fatah, which are corrupt and terrorist, and there will be no peace.
And I doubt Netanyahu will hold back much, right, in this response that we'll get a little bit later on. It'll be a tough response, wouldn't you think? Yeah. Okay, Paul.
I think it will.
Good to talk to you. Thank you very much for your perspective on all of this.
Thank you, Connell.